Hello and welcome to MVP Phoenix vs Team Poker Face in the KDL Season 3. I'm your host, Wolf Dota. Let's get into it.
Radiance ban.
This is a replay. I'm not casting this live. And right off the bat, we have a Void ban for Poker Face and Doom Wisp for MVP Phoenix. MVP Phoenix, if you'll remember, was the Southeast Asian qualifier or runner-up, I believe. Nope, they were the runner-up. They played in the wildcard tournament for TI. So they had a pretty good run. And then we have a Death Prophet ban for
Radiance pick.
Poker Face. If I remember right, QO is a pretty solid invoker from the tournament. I don't know a lot about anyone on Poker Face. Looks like MVP Phoenix wants to fight, and Poker Face is getting a bit of push. Good picks both. Not sure where the lane. I've seen Brewmasters all over the place. Off lane usually. Sometimes off lane aggressive tri lane, and occasionally solo safe lane or safe lane tri lane farm.
Radiance
pick. A Viper pick from Team PKF, I guess. And they want to secure a lane of some sort. I've seen Vipers go all over the place. Usually safe lane or mid, depending. The hero's very good at winning a lane. He's very hard to harass with his corrosive skin, and very good at harassing with his poison attack orb.
10 seconds to go.
So a strong laner there. Falls off a bit late game, but if you've got an early advantage, he's great at pushing it. Also a great mech carrier for a team. Ooh, Warlock. That's a hero I haven't seen picked in a while. Makes it a little bit exciting. I don't think Warlock's that great right now with the golems not doing much damage. It makes the Fatal Bonds kind of weak. Unfortunately, they're still strong overall, especially if you have a good team with a lot of AoE, but I think the hero itself is a little weak. He needs to be paired up with a draft. He's not a good solo pick. But that said, Warlock Chaotic Offering is excellent long-range initiation, even if it is only for a 1-second stun.
10 seconds to go.
You can also push towers if you win a team fight off them very well, with the golems doing a fair bit of extra damage or tanking the tower.
Reserve time.
We have a Skywrath ban coming out from MVP, which is alright, I guess. Something they don't want to deal with. Good nuker, good ganker. Also, another good mid lane if they're thinking the Viper might be going there. Okay, support. But we'll see what Poker Face and the Jakiro ban. So again, banning out a little bit more push. I see that trend with them with the Death Prophet ban as well. Also, Jakiro's a pretty good team fight hero. He's got lots of AoE spam, decent stun,
10 seconds
nice amount of damage, as well as lane presence with the liquid fire harass.
Reserve time.
Mirana ban coming out from MVP. We'll see what Poker Face has for their final second stage ban, and then what they want to pick up going into the back end of the draft. Ancient Apparition. So another strong laner and strong support. I want to see. I think Poker Face is going to look for their mid and off lane here. I don't think they'll go for another support right away, but we'll see.
Ten seconds to go. 5 seconds. Reserve time.
Tide is still in the pool as far as the offlaners go. It's a good strong one. Bat Rider, it's a very
Radiant's
solid
pick.
pickup. If they can get a quick blink, you can really shut down the Brewmaster early with the sorry, lasso into the Shadow Shaman, Hex, and Shackles. Then it buys them a lot of time to burst him down, and if they can pull him way out of position, they can probably kill him before he manages to get a split off. That said, with that pick, I could see MVP going for an
10
Earthshaker
seconds to
or
go.
some other form of long stun or disable of some
5
sort.
seconds.
Something that they can kind of counter initiate with. I think Earthshaker's pretty solid at that. It's
Reserve
also a fun
time.
hero to watch. But we'll see what they want to go for. Sand King wouldn't be bad, but Earthshaker also would couple very nicely with the Fatal Bonds if they kind of want to go for that wombo combo. If they can get a good Bonds off into an Echo Slam, that's a lot of extra damage coming around. Taking their time with this pick. What else do they want other than maybe a second support? Depends whether they'll be running Warlock. He's great with farm. The double golems, double Ags golems can be pretty impressive. But we'll see. I don't know if you'd really want to run him core. He's a good support, and Shadow Word is a fantastic heal and harass ability. Lasts for 11 seconds now, so I believe at max level it'll do about 490 some odd damage or healing, depending on who you want to cast it on. And they go for a Dazzle, so
Dyer's
a bit
pick.
of a counter, for the Bat Rider. If you can manage to get the
Radiant's pick.
manage to pick up the Shallow Grave, or get the Shallow Grave off on, say, the Brewmaster so that he has time to split. But we have the Tinker coming out, so a large amount of burst damage to follow up the Bat Rider lasso. So we'll have the mid Tinker, most likely a safe lane Viper, Bat Rider off lane with a Shadow Shaman supporting. We'll see what kind of lane they want to do and what kind of counter
10
MVP
seconds
wants.
to go.
Clockwork would be good here.
5
Good form of
seconds.
counter initiation and pick off for the Tinker. One thing I like to do when playing up against Tinker is I'll
Reserve
smoke
time.
beside the creep wave and wait for him to TP in, especially if I'm on a hero that can deal with him easily by himself. Lena's actually not bad. For that, you can time the stun until he lands in, and then kill him with Laguna Blade, especially early when he doesn't have a whole lot of health. They go with a Slark,
Dyer's
so a
ban.
very elusive hero. Bit of a Lincoln's builder, so makes it tough for the Bat Rider. And we'll see what their final bans are. I'm thinking it's going to be a farming Slark with a Brewmaster
10
off
seconds
lane.
to go.
We're still waiting to see what MVP wants for their mid,
5 seconds.
I would imagine. But
Reserve time.
not the Slark, he'll be able to prey on the Shadow Shaman. Also very good at countering the Tinker with the what's it called? Shadow Dance passive, getting all that extra movement speed at all times, lets him get around. Plus, he has a nice way to lock down the Tinker and get a good amount of burst damage on him. Tinker being not too tanky. Plus, he can dodge a lot of the Tinker's damage if he uses Shadow Dance. Plus, the Shadow Shaman, if the Slark goes for either a BKB or an Orchid, which is a little weird, but we'll see. Easily counter the Shadow
Dyer's
Shaman.
pick.
Okay, and we have the final ban. So a Shadow Demon coming up from Poker Face. They just want to block the easy
Radiant's
counter
pick.
to the Bat Rider. And the Enigma ban coming up from VP, which I think is a pretty solid ban. It's a very greedy support that they can put in the jungle and just kind of let sit there. Because I think Viper's hard to harass, and Shadow Shaman, you can set up kills solo. Or even if they have a small gank, the Bat Rider is usually alright in the offlane by himself, and then Tinker can just sit mid.
10
Visage
seconds
pick
to
is
go.
nice. That makes for a very, very potent tri lane early. With
5
the
seconds.
Viper, Shadow Shaman, Visage is what I'm assuming it'll be. And we'll see what the
10 seconds to go.
Phoenix wants to go for. It's a lot of
5
bursts coming out
seconds.
from them. And they go with a Rubik, so good counter to the Bat Rider. Can lift him as soon as he blinks in, if he's quick, or as he starts going away before he gets a Force Staff. Also, there's some decent spells to seal. Stealing Viper Strike's never a bad thing, or if you can get Sticky Napalm or Viper, or sorry, Lasso is all good. Flame Break's also not bad. If he manages to get Familiars, that'll be huge. And then anything from Shadow Shaman's usually alright. Decent nuke. So, we'll see. I'm personally a fan of Rubik, a big fan of the hero. So, this should be a fun one to watch. And looks like we're just waiting for Heen to pick his hero.
Go. 5 seconds.
Okay, so we've got MVP QO on the Slark, Phoenix on the Brewmaster, Risen on the Rubik, March on the Warlock, and Heen on the Dazzle. On the Dire side, we've got Sky on the Shadow Shaman, MP on the Bat Rider, Jeo on the Viper, Cynical on the Visage, and Febby on the Tinker. Looks like MVP Phoenix wants to get some aggressive wards out, or are they looking for an early team fight? A lot of them bought boots. So we'll see. The Rubik, the Brewmaster, and the Warlock all got boots. I don't know if they'll be able to get in range. Oh, level 1 team fight. So we got a lift up on the Shaman. Viper's laying in. We got a pounce onto MP. Viper's laying into the Brewmaster. He's going to drop First Blood. Shadow Word should take out the Shadow Shaman. March goes down to the Viper. And Shadow Shaman does take down to Shadow Word. So it's not great for MVP. They start off aggressive and they're not liking it. We got lots of napalm stacks coming up on them. This Dazzle is going to hurt, and looks like they're going to call it to the tower. So an early 2-for-1 exchange in favor of Team Poker Face. It's a good start for them. Always nice to give your team that early boost. Let's see who got the First Blood. I did miss it, and it was Shadow Shaman who did go down. So he got the First Blood.
Someone's
and
dropped out
Visage
like a
and
kid in
Warlock.
school.
DD Rune denied by Dazzle. Thinker's going to be a little annoyed with that, but he'll move on. And let's see how the lanes are lining up after that bit of chaos. Okay, so we got Warlock. He's going to be mid up against the Viper. That's not great. He's going to take more damage than he deals if he uses Shadow Word to harass after the Viper gets a bit of corrosive skin. But we got Brewmaster in the off lane up against a Visage Tinker Shadow Shaman, which is it's a lot of DPS coming out. And so far, Slark is solo bottom against Bat Rider, but we got the Dazzle and the Rubik rotating in. Bat Rider will have to be careful. That's a easy, quick stun for coming out from Rubik. So we'll have to see. Keep an eye on that one. Let me just adjust my camera options right here. Oh, looks like just a bit of harass coming out from the Dazzle with the Poison Touch. Nope, wrong way. Whoops. Ugh. More harass coming out of him, just spamming that Poison Touch. Which is really frustrating to play with, especially with this bit of a slow and how long it lasts. Taking for damage. But we got him going scouting. Sports are going to have to be careful. If he gets a bunch of stacks and manages to Firefly over top of you, it's going to be a rough time. Other than that, no blocked camps for either team right now. Just the Bat Rider kind of messing with their pole. Top lane, we got not a whole lot happening. Let's take a look at the last hits. March is actually doing pretty well for himself on the mid lane. Going with the stats Shadow Word build. That's a bit interesting. Does pick up an Invid's Rune, but not going to do anything with it. Next, so we got Febby leading the CS charts at 12-1 for Poker Face, and then Slark up there second, 10-6, and the Viper on Poker Face going at 11-5. All in all, the CS is pretty even between the cores. Batrider's getting absolutely nothing. He's just now hitting level 2. There's a Pounce, Firefly. He's going to be dropping pretty quick, I'm thinking. Yeah, he's going to tick down from the Poison Touch. Gets one last thing. I think if he had fought that, he might have at least got a return kill, but that's tough. Tough call to make. Probably hoping the Dazzle would walk into the fire one last time. He had 4 stacks on him. So an extra 40 damage per tick. Probably would have killed him. Looks like Febby is just spamming out stacked there. Off on the side, which is good for him. Oh, Tinker needs the money. Brewmaster managed to pull the lane down and get some last hits. He's getting a fair bit in the off lane. He is already level 4. Compared to that, to the Batrider, who's died once and has now rotated into the jungle, who is only level 2 and just level 2. The Master's doing pretty well for himself up here. He'll be happy with that. Mid lane, just not a lot happening. Warlock's going stat Shadow Word, and Viper's going the usual poison attack, corrosive skin, nether toxin. You'll get stats on Viper. Stuff's too good not to. They're stacking coming out from Rise. Let's pull it a little late, it looks like. Looks like they're looking to go in the Brewmaster. There's a Shackle, March, Rocket's already used. He's going to clap. Is he going to make it out? He does. Heen with the just in case Shallow Grave manages to TP in and save him. Good rotation coming out from Heen. Prevents a offlane kill for the Tinker, who is level 4 as well. Brewmaster's unfortunately going to have to go all the way back. And Batrider's going to start getting some last hits coming up here. A good bit of gold. Really needs to start getting towards that blink. And the creeps tick down. There he goes, he's level 3. He's going to TP bottom for this XP6, but he's really hurt. He's going to have to be careful. Watch out for that Slark so he doesn't get 6 and dive him.
Is it worth your life?
For our last chart's going still pretty even between the 4 farmers across both teams. Slark's ahead with a lot of denies. Better than that, the rest of it's pretty even. The 2 safe lanes keeping pace with each other, and the 2 mids keeping pace with each other. The big difference would be the Brewmaster in the Radiant off lane. And it looks like the gold is showing that a bit, even though they gave up 2 kills early in the first blood. They're still ahead by just a little bit. XP is a fair bit in their favor, but that would be the discrepancy between the off lanes. It's unfortunate that even MVP's Rubik risen in, I'd say the the 4 position has more last hits than the Batrider in the 3 position. Warlock Golem was used. Oh, he's got the one from the chest. That's really freaking gross. Kind of like that. Rocket Mass coming from them. Any items coming out for them? Some wards in the courier. Sky's got an early set of mana boots. That's pretty good for him. It'll really help his team keep up. It'll really help the Tinker keep up with the spam. Are there any other stacks going on that I know of? None there, and nothing there, unfortunately. Hey, we got 1 small stack here. Not sure who's going to want to clean that up. And we got Slark making a play on the Batrider, but it looks like he missed a pounce. Unfortunate. Warlock does TP in. He's got Shadow Word almost maxed. There's the pounce, Shadow Word, that's going to do a lot of damage, and MP is going to go down. Poor Batrider's having a tough time. They're shutting him down hard. Looks like we have a TP that was cancelled. Not sure who that was. And Brewmaster is going to hit 6 pretty quick here. So Let's see. Looks like MVP is just building on a lead. Bit of a lead, yeah. Cold's going up, up, up. And XP as well. They're just playing more efficiently. Oh, we got a Viper strike onto the Rubik, and Viper's going to pick up an easy kill in mid here. Poor support. Rubik just doesn't have the health to deal with that. He drops way too quick from the poison attack, another toxin combo. Brewmaster's being a little aggressive here. Might have Sky going on. There's a Shackles, no follow up. The rest of his team was a little far away. Didn't want to burn the mana. Just going for harass. Brewmaster is one solo creep away from getting level 6. He really wants to get that. And Pokerface really wants to kill him once before he can. Look at Visage pushing him all the way back. Looks like we got PK going for the bottom tower, and I think, MVP going for PK's bottom tower. They're gonna glyph it, I'll put it in the Visage, but I think it's a bit of a waste. There's not a lot they can do. Might be able to get a deny. Nope. Slark too good. Oh, Sky comes in with a Sheep Shackle, with Dazzle's there with the Shallow Grave. Fallout coming up. We got Viper coming in. Dazzle is gonna drop. He's got Shadow Dance. Uses. Oh, runs out of mana. Tries to TP out. Does have his Midas now though. Unfortunately, it's on cooldown, so he's not getting that value. So 2 kills going the way of Pokerface. They did lose tier 1, but looks like they'll be able, hopefully, be able to strike back. Yep, there's the Shadow Shaman wards, and this will be an easy tier 1 claimed in response for Pokerface. Good for them.
Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right now.
And there it goes. Last hit going to the Dire. Good for them. Looks like top 4Ev just farming away. Didn't decided to go for power tries instead of rushing the blink, which you can't blame him. You know, doesn't want to get bursted down easily, which there is a fair bit of on Pokerface. Viper's coming in. Warlocks looks like they're getting ready to pressure this. Tinker does have his boots of travel up before 10 minutes, so he's doing all right. 62 and 6, now topping in the last hit charts by a fair bit. Take a look at net worth, just a quick glance. Slark is ahead, that'd be from all the kills. But, oh, they're going to drop the rock on him, and not a lot happening here. Oh, they get him, get a couple Flaming Fist procs, and he goes down. Unfortunately, they do trade the Dazzle. But the Brewmaster rotates in, and so does Risen. They are able to pick up the Shadow Shaman on the backside. Slark rotates in, gets a good pounce. And Dark Pact onto the Visage. And it's going to be a 3-for-1 trade. And they'll probably be able to turn this into a tier 1 tower. Oh, no, looks like Viper's going to chase them off. They're all kind of low, don't want to deal with that right now. Brewmaster ult was used, but I think well worth it anytime you get a couple kills. And they'll back off. How's Batrider doing? He's trying to work his way back in there. About halfway to that blink, a little over halfway to that blink dagger with bottle and boot, brown boots. Excuse me. And the farming ensues. Vipers looks like he's just gonna poke his head up top, see him all there, and decide he doesn't want a lot to do with that. 4Eb is going to be having his Blink Dagger fairly soon. A little over halfway there. And what is Warlock going for? He is going straight for the Ags build. Definitely a core Warlock. Phase boots, Ags. Let's get the last hits and drop bombs. Finally got a couple points into Fatal Bonds. Looks like he doesn't want to go any upheaval. He wants to be attacking. This is Familiar's coming out. It's good for him. Able to pick up level 6 there. And do some harass to the tower. Familiars are good early, but they really need level 2 to be able to do their damage. Tinker's stacking Ancients over here. Looks like he's just gonna wait for spam with the wave and go back and stack them one more time. He's got soul ring, so he can do this for a while. 2 sentries dropped mid. Looks like thought they had some vision. Doesn't seem the case. Ancients also being stacked on the side of MVP, which is a little interesting. I don't know if they're, unless they plan to do those as a team. Slark's doing some little bit of dangerous jungling, dropping pretty low. Good thing there's no creeps there that randomly clap. Might have been a little awkward. This guy's looking for an opening to drop his wards on this tower. Does have a TP, so if they decide to fight mid, he can be there for it. Stark's got his drum now. It's good for him. And he's just healed up with his Shadow Dance. And he's TPing top. They're going to want to go on the Shadow Shaman with that. They've got good vision of him here. Let's see if they're able to pick him up. He's hiding right under a ward. Doesn't even know it. Get a stack to camp. Oh, Pounce misses on the Bat Rider. He's hurt and going down. And the Shaman and the Bat. Looks like they're going to be able to get out. Hex out on QO. Sentries drop. Tinker blinks into the trees. So far he's okay. And looks like they're all just going to separate. Brewmaster's fairly hurt. Bat Rider's going to have to go all the way back to base. Doesn't want to be around that. Slark is hunting the Visage mid. And we got the Warlock Rock dropped onto the Viper. Slark unfortunately misses the pounce again. Gets the Dark Pact off. And with a couple right clicks he's going to be able to finish him off. Warlock is taking a bit of damage. Slark's got to get out of there though. It looks like he might drop here to the Tinker. Tinker gets a good blink off and not going to do it. Doesn't have the mana. Just going to TP home and let Slark go.
Top tower's getting beat down.
Now with the... excuse me. Looks like Panda ult was used. I unfortunately didn't see that. But it doesn't look like he picked up... Oh, they did get the Shadow Shaman with that. Tinker comes in, pushes him out of lane. Thought I heard a pounce somewhere. Nope. Rubik's now at level 6, gets Viper Strike, it's not bad. Oh, unfortunately, unable to steal the wards that are being used. Good lift, and purges the chicken. Managed to burst down the Shadow Shaman. They're going for the Viper, but he's tanky and does drop to QO. So that's kill going out for QO and for Rubik. And they're going to push the tier 1 with this. I don't think they can defend, even with the glyph. We'll see. If he gets the lasso off, they don't have that much burst. Well, I guess they got enough to deal with 4AB before he can split. Good flame break coming out there. But they're going to lose a Visage as well. Oh. And if they can get this Slark, it'll be worth it. But he's regenerating pretty quick and moving pretty fast. Oh, there he goes. One more auto attack coming out to the Bat Rider. That would be a double kill for him. Mid tower does drop. Looks like that's just to the creeps and the Warlock coming out there. Dazzle's gonna get a D ward off here. So Kyo making good work with that Blink Dagger. Made the initiation work. Tinker TPing into the Visage Familiars. Oh, that's dirty. Nowhere is safe now. Shadow Word and Poison Touch. That hurts a little bit over time. But Slark, Tinker about tie, and then it's three-way tie for third, I guess, with the MVP March, 4EV, and then PKF. I would say that. Duo. Brew looks like he blinks in with a split, but he's getting bursted down. He's only there initiated before his team was there. Bat Rider's dropping low, looking to walk away. He's got to be careful. His team's got to be careful that they don't get him killed with the Fatal Bonds. And is Fatal Bonds going to kill him after? Let's see. Nope, they don't turn around and hit him. Bat Rider, 18 points from death. What a drop down. They get the Ward Trap on the Brewmaster and manage to bring it down. Rubik gets a nice deny on the mid tower.
The Dire might want to mine their top tower.
Going in on Cynical. Kyo picks up an easy kill. Visage, unfortunately, kind of squishy to Slark with Dark Pact and Pounce damage. Gravekeeper's Cloak, not doing much, especially when it's constantly being worn off by the Dark Pact. Multiple ticks. Eats right through that. Bat Rider's going for his 4-staff. He's got his Staff of Wizardry coming out. Looks like they want to push top lane. They're teleporting the Viper and the Tinker up here. Shaman is up here. Wards will be up in about a minute. Go ahead and push again. Gotta watch these. Keep an eye on these familiars. They're just scouting around looking for any single pick off they can get. MVP is smoked and heading into the jungle, looking to find a pick on someone. They get pounces over the trees, finds the Viper. Golem is dropped, but looks like we got a counter initiation somewhere. Where I don't know where the Bat Rider was. Ah, that was Rubik using Stolen Lasso to secure the kill. So far, it's a 3-0. Rubik's now got Firefly going around chasing the Bat Rider. Gonna use the Warlock Golems to clean up the creep wave and push down the tower.
Dyer's top tower.
So, an 0-3 exchange in favor of MVP Phoenix. And a tower to boot.
Dyer's top tower's
and XP's now over 5k, and gold is got to be close to 3. And I would say that's mostly a farm difference. They do have one more tower, but that is also them just being a little more efficient and having almost double the kills. Nice plays from Ruvik though, managing to steal Flaming Lasso. You can see the last fight. And it looks like Warlock does have a Scepter completed a while ago. And we got a Blink Clap split. Gonna bring down the Viper. Manages to mech, get a Viper strike off. Does eventually drop. Lasso used on the Bat Rider. Nice plays coming out from Rubik. Managed to get him out of position and kill him. That is a lot of dominating. MVP Risen on a mega kill streak. What a Rubik. Oh, he's gonna get cancelled and brought down by creeps. That's tough. I didn't see what happened to Slark. Looks like he was killed by... it's too late to see. Oh, it was the Tinker. So, Tinker is coming online. It's hard to fight into the March, but a 3-for-4 exchange. I don't know, it is kind of even. We'll see what the graphs tell us in a second here when they update.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom tower.
Bottom tower is being pushed hard. They're going to have to counter that. Warlock's coming in. And he is working on the Scepter Refresher build here for the double bomb. And avoiding all points in upheaval. Doesn't believe in it. Not even a value point. Dazzle's nice and poured, like any good Dazzle should be. I mean, Core Dazzle, Dagon, MVP win, right? But we'll see. So Bat's now got a Blink Force, so he's going to be looking for the good initiations, pull someone out of position over high ground. Remaster's going to have to be careful. He is working towards his Scepter. He's a little over halfway there. About 1,400 out, 1,500 out. And Pokerface is smoked in their jungle, looking for a pick-off, but they're not going to find anything. Looks like MVP is scouting around looking for some sort of vision. Might attempt Roche, or are they just going to go mid, look for the Viper? We got a Blink Lift coming out into the Pounce. Full, steals Viper Strike, uses it, and he goes down. That's the only thing used. Bat Rider blinks in, but QO too quick. Shadow dances before. We get the boulder toss off on the Bat, but he's just to high ground. Flying over the edge of the cliff, trying to hide from the ruling. Slart comes in with a blink, but looks like he pounces the wrong way. Eventually, Bat being very elusive. MVP, are they going to go for Roche off this after only taking down the Viper?
The Radiant got
Looks like they're thinking about it, and we'll see. But in the meantime, they managed to push down. Unfortunately, they did use the Serpent Witch for that, so their tier 2 push is not really going to happen. Blink Clap Harass into the Rockets and Ether Shock. It's not great. Follow up with the Birds. Blink Dagon. There it is. Nice kill coming out for Febby. Yeah, nope. Doesn't proc quick enough. It's only level 1. Doesn't have a stun anyway.
Technical difficulties.
Nice plays top coming out from the Tinker. And we got a Lasso countered by a Rock. Viper managed to pick up Viper Strike and Grave Chill, used it. He's going to drop down to the Visage and Viper. But somehow Viper gets stuck up on the cliff. Not sure how that is. Do have a point in upheaval. So a 2-for-1. Tinker might make that a 2-for-2. He's got to get one more rearm off. Sky holding it off. Oh, gets brought down by the Q, bursted down by the Slark. Febby's thinking about what he wants to do, manages to blink away. Unfortunately, Viper's just sitting up here, the in the human ward. He's slowly burning down to the golems and getting right click. This is starting to get a little awkward. Doesn't have a teleport scroll for 10 seconds, and he does go down to the Slark. He gets him with a pounce. Looks like Batrider's looking for a pickoff, unable to find it. Slark does, Baby does TP in, Slark able to avoid it until the Visage comes in for the cleanup. Forev looking for the kill on the Tinker, but not able to find it. Doesn't want to split here, but he's going to anyway, and they're gonna try and turn this around. Tinker's able to hide, not able to find him. They'll find the Batrider, get a lift off, ready for the stun. The rest of his team is going for the Visage, but Tinker's coming back. Well, decides better of it. Batrider bursts down, finished off by the Rubik.
You know the drill.
Nice plays coming up from Risen. Fairly fat Rubik for 22 minutes. He's got his boots, arcane boots, a blink, most of a 4-staff. He's doing well. Forev, still about just over halfway to that Ag Scepter. Make him a lot better. How's Risen doing? Looks like if he's almost got enough to start his blink. Tinker's got Dagon level 3. And most of the way that... Oh, we got a hasted chicken there. Dazzle gets bursted down after getting shackled. Tinker's coming in with all the burst, and they've managed to bring it down without a little help from Visage. And March still's got Soul Assumption, which is a good one to have. But it looks like that's the end of that. Let's see what the graphs are looking like. And it was over 10k experience, but it's starting to dip down now that the MVP is feeding a few kills. And coming out on the graphs, and it looks like it's flatlining out just over 5,000. Tinker's aggressively farming the enemy jungle. Slark's probably gonna look for him. No. What's he going for? He's got a Midas. He's got an Ultimate Orb. Probably going for a Lincoln's, I think, would be a good choice. We got a Batrider initiation onto the Brewmaster, or sorry, the Warlock, but they're not able to bring him down. Risen again steals Flaming Lathel. It's got to be the 3rd or 4th time this game. Nice plays coming from him with the counter initiation. He's almost as good as a bat. Rubik's playing almost as good of a bat as the actual bat. Every time he gets a lasso off, it seems to get stolen. Unfortunately, Rock was used from the Warlock. So he's gonna just farm up with those. Unable to find it. We got Shadow Shaman lurking down in the trees here. Not sure what he wants to do, but it looks like they've got one Visage Familiar sitting out, so Tinker can TP in, burst him down, and farm the wave. Slark is aggressively farming mid, so he's got to be careful. Tinker is coming bottom, but so far everybody's just kind of backing off for a second farming. Tinker, what do you got? Dagon 4, almost Dagon 5 after that. Wonder if you'll want to go straight into the E-Blade or probably get something a little more team fight reliable, like a Sheep Stick. Slarks still looks like he's going for the Lincolns. Anything on the Courier? Oh no, he's going straight for a Scotty. Look at this man. I think the Scotty is also okay. It'd make him really hard to burst down, and no one's going to be able to run from him. But Sky's spending a lot of time down here. Looks like they're seeing if they can sneak the wave close enough to the tower for him to drop his wards and pick it up for free. Scouting with the Batrider and the Visage Familiar. They're looking for a pickoff here on the Dazzle or the Slark. But they're a little too elusive. Slark knows when he's being watched. And they show bottom. Slark's now got his Scotty. He's ready to go. Ready to rock and roll. See if he can find this Tinker. Oh, he blinks out just in time.
Bottom tower seen better days.
And see if he wants to drop his wards. There's no familiar around, so... Oh, Tinker's just going to TP straight in. You got to be careful, though. There's a lot of enemy heroes coming in here. Oh, and Slark finds him, but is he going to get bursted down? Pops Shadow Dance, starts right-clicking, does manage to bring him down. Sky able to blink in, get the shackle, and the kill, but that's going to be it for him. And MVP QO is going to get a double kill and clean up the wards. Not sure that was worth it, feeding the Shaman, using his wards, as well as feeding a Tinker to a Slark. Double kill right after he gets a Scotty. Give him a nice push towards his next item, especially just for a 5 support Dazzle. But we'll see. Looks like off of the back of that they're going to want to go. March drops a Golem. You get a split and a nice lasso coming out from the Rubik. And the Batrider does lasso March, but it's after he dropped his Warlock, so, or sorry, his rocks. Risen's gonna get lifted and Viper Struck brought down, so it's a 4 for 2 as far as the overall from the bottom gank in that. Split was used, and I think Hugh O'Reilly is gonna go in here and take down Roche. Slark's got 60 soul agility, so he's hitting pretty hard and fast. But they know what's happening with the Vicious Familiar. Tinker's going to be up, and this is going to be hard for them. You can see Tinker TPing into this Familiar, and then coming in for some sort of a snipe. But he looks like he's pushing top, going for a solo kill. And is he going to get him? He loses Roche, gives up Roche, almost gives up a solo kill. But just managed to get the Dazzle. I don't know about that. I think he would have at least tried to contest that. Oh, looks like the Batrider did go for a contest. My bad for missing it. I think if the Tinker would have been there too, spamming out March, they might have been able to stop that. A little unfortunate, and then he puts the tower last hit. Slark is up to whatever item he wants next, whether that's a Lincoln's, Butterfly, hell, you can go whatever you want at this point. He's ahead in kills and has Midas, and top in the last hit. The net worth charts. Let's take a look at the graphs real quick. And that slight dip has been shot straight up again, back up to 14,000 experience and just breaching 10,000 gold, which usually is the point of no return for most teams. Coming in bottom was Risen. He's got Viper Strike, which is a solid spell to always have. Batrider blinks, misses the blink, not able to get the lasso. Blinks Sheep. Or Hex, sorry, coming out from that Shaman, but no follow-up. Looks like they're just waiting in the wings. Both teams kind of just circling around the bottom tier 2. March Spam's going to take down the creep wave, make it a little hard to push out. We've got a Brewmaster Illusion looking to hopefully tank some sort of a gank. But after that, they'll know it's an illusion. So it's just going to back up and heal up in a couple seconds. The rest of Poker Face is smoked. Oh, the Shaman gets found in the bushes. Nice play from QO. Oh, Tinker goes on the illusion. Then the blink, clap, double golem. It's not looking good for Poker Face. Looks like this is going to be an easy push. So far it's 4 for 0. It's going to be a full 5-man wipe. And they're going to take a tier 2 with the 4 golems. And probably take a lane of racks after this. I don't think there's any buybacks. One on the Batrider. Looks like just one buyback on the Batrider, but oh, finds the Vicious Familiar. It's dropping quick. Joe's got about 30 stolen intelligence and 6,500 gold. He's gonna go whatever he wants to. They're splitting it, looking to take 2 lanes of racks, cut the creep wave a little bit there. There goes the range racks and the melee racks. Quickly fall next. And they want to take mid. It's not looking great for Poker Face. A nicely played game coming out from MVP. Shaky level 1 fight in the woods, but after that nice fall. We got a blink lasso followed up by a stolen lasso back onto the Batrider. He's going to force staff himself out. Visage will fall, so will the Shadow Shaman. Nice use of upheaval there, really slowing him down. Tinker's trying to do some work here. VPQO may have extended. Oh, he's got the Aegis, he doesn't care. He's going to come right back and look for a kill. Clap, lift, Fade Bolt, brings down the Tinker. And I think that'll have been their final stand. Expect to see GG's any second.
Ain't looking good for the Dyer's mid-rags.
What's the cooldown on the rocks? We got 50 seconds, 55 seconds. Blink clap coming out. Gonna dodge the boulder, but I don't think Ju is gonna be able to run away.
The Dyer's mid-rags. It's gone.
And that's a two lane advantage, but Poker Face doesn't want to give up, and can't say I blame him. Looks like they're going to be able to pick up 4Ev, who overstayed his welcome a little bit. Slark picks up the, looks like he's going straight into an Abyssal Blade. Good for him.
Regeneration.
He's bought a full Abyssal Blade and still has 2,400 gold in the bank. That is a fat Slark. He's going to be hitting like a truck, and the Tinker won't be able to get away. Also, if Bat doesn't lasso him, he's got another way to lock him down. Mask of Madness also bought on the Slark. He's taking no prisoners today. That is one scary Slark. No, he's probably not even too worried about the bonus damage. Shadow Dance, good to go. Sky's looking... Oh, blinks right into him. Managed to get the shackle, but unfortunately gets lassoed. Doesn't bother the force staff. Does get the wards down. Bit of a ward trap, but that's just going to be some free gold for the Slark and March. He doesn't care. Are they going to go familiars? No, they're not worried about that. And the real Bat Rider comes back, instantly gets lifted. Visage and Viper follow up. The rockets drop. Viper strike on the Slark. He's attacking. Drops the super stun on the Tinker. They're cleaning up the Viper with the golems, and PK gets killed again. They get wiped outside the base. Their last interact is going to be going down with all of the golems and summons and the brewlings. And I'm going to say this is Mega Creeps. Unfortunately, MVP coming out ahead. But that's to be expected. They did do the best in the qualifiers, and Sky does call the GG. It was a good game. Unfortunately, they're just not quite able to bring it up. Oh, that is a cute golden doomling though.
That's a win for the Radiant.
Well, thank you for joining me for this KDL Season 3 match between MVP Phoenix and Team Pokerface. It's your caster, Wolf Dota. Thanks for joining me, and I'll talk to you later.